let's talk about the culture. So we've talked a little bit about that. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. This is the Bridges model of change and transition. And so when I give my sessions on change and transition and helping people understand how it's different for everybody, it's important to understand the difference, right? So when I ask, so what is the difference between change and transition? I get a whole bunch of different answers. Because we don't have a lot of time to go through, getting your answers. Now, if you were all on video, I might just call on you, but I'm just going to tell you. And so change, again, is that external piece. It's the part that really we have no effect over. We don't have any power over it. It's the thing that happened in March, right? Or earlier than that. We had no say in it. It just happened. Right? If our company is starting to use a new CRM, right? They didn't ask us if we're okay with it, right? They're just saying we're going to use this. It's more robust. It's what we need it. I don't care if you like it or not, right? It's a change that's happening. So everyone experiences the change the same day, right? It's something that happens. Psychologically, with that change, we're all in very different places, right? So I mentioned earlier my son being so excited about this stay at home and not having to go to school so he could study. He was at the new beginning, like ready to go, gung-ho on this whole thing within hours, right? My daughter was stuck in the ending phase in the very bottom left, which is, she was just white knuckling the whole thing and would not agree that this is what we have to do. And she kept trying to persuade us that she can just go to Starbucks or she could just meet her friends or what, like it was our decision, right? And she just couldn't let go of what was old. And she had a harder time, but she made it through. And now she's in the swamp, almost at the new beginning. And the swamp is the neutral zone. I call it the swamp because it feels like you're stuck in mud. It feels like you left land, the ending, the thing you knew, the comfort place, and you're not in the new land, or you haven't stepped foot on the new land, which is the new beginning, where you're excited about the new beginning or the great things about whatever the change is, right? That you've actually shifted your mindset and are now happy with it or okay with it. Right? So that neutral zone is where you're just stuck in muck and there's chaos. And in the workplace, I can always tell when people are stuck in the neutral zone because they start to gossip a lot. They start to create stories, and it's a game of telephone. And they create stories because they don't know the truth. And it's either miscommunication, no communication, or the CEO or the leadership team is just not saying anything. And so they're making up their own story and they're saying this is what's happening and creating a big problem, right? So all of these things can create physical problems for us, right? Because in our brain, when we're in a state of stress, anxiety, fear, we have more cortisol being produced. And cortisol acts as a veil to our prefrontal cortex. So sometimes you'll notice that I speak and then I have to say it again. It's because I'm thinking in Spanish and then it has to translate and then it comes out of my mouth. So just in case. So, but anyway, the cortisol is that veil. And so it disallows us from really thinking clearly and from moving forward. It kind of keeps us in this position, this fetal position, right? Because you can't see straight. And it damages or compromises our immune system, right? So there's a lot of benefit to kind of getting out of the ditch and out of the swamp as quickly as possible, but also not too quickly, right? You want to go through the process. The big takeaway here, after you understand all that, and tell me if you don't, because sometimes I think I'm clear, but I'm not, is that everybody, you see all those little dots, everybody's in a different place. So even though the change has happened, even everybody in my house is in a totally different place, right? So that's the psychological piece where we're all in different places. So when you're coaching your managers and your leaders, on how to motivate and engage and do all those wonderful things that we always talk about, one of the first things you might want to ask is, tell me how they're showing up, right? What are they doing? What are their behaviors around this change? And let's start to figure out where they're at psychologically so that we can pull them into the new beginning. Or if they're in the new beginning, maybe we can have them help us bring other people along, right? So I thought it was really important to kind of talk about that.